Welcome to the football edition of the Warrior Daily. I'm Sports Information Director Jeff Weiss, and joined today by Brad Wilson, defensive secondary coach and defensive coordinator. Thanks for joining us today, Coach.
Thanks for having me, Jeff.
Wanted to talk about the secondary quite a bit. It seems to be the most experienced group on the defense. Depth-wise, it looks like you have 2 or 3 people at every position that at least have been on the field for the Warriors. At cornerback, you've got Jaron Duhart and Brandon McKay-Lee. Why don't you talk about those guys and the guys that are right behind them?
Start with Jaron. Jaron's a guy that's played a lot of football for us over the years. Was kind of thrust on the scene his redshirt freshman year, in the late in the year, and then on through the playoffs and the national championship, and has been a guy that has been very consistent for us over the years. Continued to get better, and Jaron, where he's kind of accelerated the most this last year, is in a leadership role. So he's a guy now that not only in the defensive back room, but defensively and as a team as a whole, guys have really looked to him to for more of a leadership voice, and does a great job leading by example with work ethic and commitment to being a great player and getting better every day. And then Brandon McKay is another guy that has had to battle through some injuries a little bit over his career. We lost him about halfway through the season, his redshirt freshman year. To a knee, and then last year,
missed the first few games.
Exactly right. Missed the first couple games last year, so it was kind of late coming in, and it was no mystery that when he did get healthy and came back, we just got that much better in the secondary. He kind of gives us a physical presence back there that has been really good for us at the corner position that we really look for. So with those 2 guys coming back, we've got a significant amount of snaps between the 2 of them, and 2 guys that we feel have the ability to be as good of a combination as there is in this conference.
And Larry and Johnson and some of the other young guys got on the field mainly on special teams last year. Who else do you look to make an impact in your rotation in the cornerback spot?
The other guys that got significant repetition in the spring were obviously Larry and Johnson, playing both to the field and the boundary. James Howard will be a redshirt freshman for us this year, who we're expecting big things from, and Osei Omofoma as well, a kid from Anthony Wayne down south of Toledo. So all 3 of those guys, all 3 of them actually have with Laren, starting with Laren, played a lot, like you said, on special teams last year. So he's a guy that's played in a couple games for us. Hopefully we'll be able to have a much larger role on special teams and defensively this year. And then with James and Osei, we'll see how they progress through camp. They haven't played yet. They've got a tremendous skill set and what we're looking for at the position, but we'll kind of see how they transition through camp.
Sounds good. At the safety spot, you've got 2 guys that have played quite a bit, Zach Balecki and then Jamil Williams, who's moved from corner to safety. Some other experience in the secondary there with those 2. Yeah,
starting with Zach, the strong safety plays to the field. He is a guy that we feel is in position to really start to be an impact guy in this league, with what he can do at that position and just how much better Zach's gotten over the years of just understanding the game and understanding the position and what we're trying to accomplish back there, and overall defensively as a whole has just made him better every fall, every spring, every summer. So we're expecting big things out of Zach this fall. And then Jamil, I think if you asked Jamil, he would probably tell you, probably didn't start to really get comfortable at that position until late in the year. And we started to really notice that from a productivity standpoint and just a field awareness and comfort level that we noticed with him as we went through the season. So that's a transition, especially in our defense, going from corner to safety, where you're going to be much more involved in the box. And I think he would even tell you that things happen a little bit quicker for him in there. So, but he's adjusted to it very well. He's a tremendous athlete, very smart football player. So we feel that with those 2, we definitely have a good tandem there.
Who are some of the other guys mainly that will see special teams action, but could also see some time in the rotation at safety?
We'll start with James Hendricks, who is a young man from Brother Rice, who came in as a safety. We moved him to corner after his redshirt year, and then have now moved him back to safety. Probably more of his natural position. He's a guy that's really comfortable back there. There's very little adjustment for him going from corner back to safety this spring. Very smart football player. James, he could probably tell you what at least all 4 guys are doing in the back end, if not everybody on the whole defense. So James is really smart. Like I said, gets us lined up back there, makes a lot of calls and checks, and and then has the ability to make some plays for us back there as well. So he's definitely contributed on special teams, and hopefully we'll increase his role and get him in the defensive rotation as well. And then from there on out is young guys that haven't played yet. DeAndre Grady will be a redshirt sophomore for us this year, but we'll be looking to get in the rotation at the boundary safety position. And then Marquay Purdue and Ronnie Brandt, two young men that we redshirted last year, that have tremendous ability and kind of bring different things to the position. Marquay brings a great deal of athleticism and playmaking ability back there, where Ronnie is more of a he's your in-the-box cover 4 safety that we're looking for that'll come downhill and really lay the wood to you. So and has the ability to make some plays in coverage. So and both of those guys, well, all three of them, including DeAndre, should all have huge roles on special teams as well for us.
Sounds great. Thank you for watching this edition of the Warrior Daily. Stay tuned for future updates on each position of the Warrior football team.